Hello there. Many thanks for joining us on the program. This is Energy and You, a weekly show that brings you developments in Nigeria's energy sector with a focus on NNPC Limited. I'm Erusa Igumbo. In this episode, NNPC Limited and its Moroccan counterpart make significant moves to advance the African Atlantic Gas Pipeline project. The $26 billion project is aimed at bringing economic prosperity to the African region. Plus, Nigeria develops the Gas Transport Network Code, a framework for transparent and efficient transportation of gas nationwide. And in commemoration of the World Sustainability Day, NNPC Limited recommits to Nigeria's shift towards cleaner energy. Details of these and more in a moment. Please join us again. Welcome again. We begin with the recent joint ministerial meeting of ECOWAS Ministers of Energy and Hydrocarbon, where NNPC Limited and the Moroccan Hydrocarbon Ministry took a major step to kick off the African Atlantic Gas Pipeline project. At the meeting in Abuja, Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, Mr. Mele Kyari, underscored the company's commitment to the project, set to reshape Africa's gas infrastructure. Also present at the event were leaders from Morocco and Mauritania.
The energy officials alongside stakeholders convened to finalize critical frameworks for the African Atlantic Gas Pipeline, which is designed to unify Africa's gas resources and drive regional prosperity. Speaking at the event, the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Gas, Right Honorable Ekperipe Ekpo, emphasized the pivotal role of the African Atlantic Gas Pipeline AAGP in driving regional energy security, economic integration and sustainable infrastructure, highlighting the merging of the West Africa Gas Pipeline Extension and the Nigeria-Morocco Gas Pipeline projects into the African Atlantic Gas Pipeline.
The merger of the West African Gas Pipeline Extension project and the Nigeria-Morocco Gas Pipeline project into the African Atlantic Gas Pipeline project reflects our region's strategic vision for a more connected and economically vibrant pipeline network. The intergovernmental agreement will serve as the framework guiding relations between the states involved, ensuring cohesive collaboration and equitable terms.
Representing the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, Mr. Mele Kyari, the company's Executive Vice President, Gas, Power and New Energy, Mr. Olalekan Ogunleye, while appreciating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Moroccan National Office of Hydrocarbons and Mines for their strategic partnership, emphasized the African Atlantic Gas Pipeline's promise of shared prosperity, noting that the company is well positioned to drive the transformative pipeline, leveraging on extensive experience from projects like the West African Gas Pipeline.
NNPC is well positioned to progress this project by leveraging on its expertise across gas production, processing, transmission and marketing, and experience having executed similar projects like the West African Gas Pipeline. It is therefore essential that we work together to achieve our shared vision, which extends far beyond gas supply for energizing our nations. It also enhances the standard of living and promotes economic integration among our nations.
The meeting tackled critical agreements necessary for the pipeline's execution, including the intergovernmental and host government agreements. These agreements mark a significant step in establishing resilient infrastructure under ECOWAS vision, with a focus on renewable energy and energy efficiency.
The last reservoir of productive capacity for the world is Africa. So that's why this pipeline is very much a political pipeline. And that's also the reason why we, as the Kingdom of Morocco, really want to thank our partners, our friends in ECOWAS for sticking and be persistent and resistant in making sure that the work continues on this political vision and political project.
The project aims to connect Nigeria's gas reserves with North Africa and Europe, creating jobs, fostering industrial growth and expanding access to energy. With this alliance, NNPC Limited and its partners aim to reshape the continent's gas landscape, creating a shared foundation for sustainable development and prosperity.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Energy for today, energy for tomorrow.
Staying with gas development, Nigeria is taking significant steps to harness its vast natural gas resources with the ongoing development of the Gas Transportation Network Code. The aim is to create a transparent and efficient framework for gas transportation across the country. This regulatory framework, highlighted at a recent Gas Network Forum, emphasizes collaborative efforts among industry stakeholders to establish a robust gas infrastructure that meets international standards. NNPC Limited's commitment was reaffirmed at the gathering by the company's Executive Vice President, Gas, Power and New Energy, Mr. Olalekan Ogunleye.
The Gas Network Forum serves as a platform for stakeholders including NNPC Limited, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA), and several industry leaders to address critical issues impacting the gas sector. In a speech by NNPC Limited's Executive Vice President, Gas, Power and New Energy, Mr. Olalekan Ogunleye, he noted that since its inception, the forum has fostered partnerships dedicated to building a gas network that adheres to the highest international standards.
This forum is absolutely worth it in terms of galvanizing our alignment on the journey to excellence and what we need to continue to do. And so I'm very comfortable to speak for NGIC in saying that for us, the bid goes on. All the leaders, all the NGIC participants on this call will become advocates in their respective corners in their day-to-day job to make sure that we're thinking outside the box, we are applying creativity, and we are becoming solution providers.
By establishing a structured approach to how gas is transported and distributed, the Gas Transportation Network Code (GTNC) is poised to stimulate market expansion and innovation within the sector, driving significant economic opportunities.
Transparency, collaboration is a buzzword this morning. We can't do it alone. You see all of us in this room, we are all part of this code. And each and every one of us have our own little bits to put in the process to ensure that we are fully excellent at the end of the day.
As NNPC Limited and its partners continue to work together to empower the gas sector, the implications for economic growth and improved living standards are profound. The Gas Network Forum serves as a vital collaborative platform, instilling a culture of excellence that aligns with Nigeria's vision for a sustainable and prosperous future.
You're watching Energy and You. We'll take a moment here, but when we return, we'll bring you an update on NNPC's ongoing efforts to curb crude oil theft and other stories. Do stay with us.
For NNPC Limited, there is no backing down in its mission to provide a safe, sufficient, sustainable and cleaner fuel for Nigerians.
Thank you for staying with us. Now, the industry-wide collaboration on crude oil theft and infrastructure vandalism continues to record successes as Nigeria looks to ramp up its oil production capacity. Here's the latest update on the efforts made by NNPC Limited and its partners to address the menace.
Credible intelligence led security forces to a significant arrest on Wednesday, October 27th at Onne Port in Ele, Rivers State. 3 vessels, count fleet, MT Platform and Whiskey Star 9 were detained. Upon inspection, the vessels were found with cargo tanks suspected to contain automotive gas oil (AGO). All 3 vessels, along with 13 crew members on board, are currently under investigation. Between the 26th October and 1st of November 2024, a total of 204 incidents were recorded across the Niger Delta region. These incidents were detected and reported by the joint efforts of NNPC Limited's Command and Control Centers, Tantita Security Agency, Shell Petroleum Development Company, Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited, Maton Engineering Nigeria Limited, Oando PLC, and government security agencies. The incidents were spread across various corridors: 106 in the Central Corridor, 54 in the Eastern Corridor, 12 in the Western Corridor, and 32 in deep blue water. Security forces conducted critical operations: the disconnection and repair of an illegal connection at Inwe, Delta State, with further discoveries at Old Mission in Bayelsa State and Omuku in Rivers State, where an illegal tap was found with connection running underwater on a major condensate pipeline. These illegal connections have since been severed and repairs completed. Additionally, security forces dismantled illegal refinery sites at Kulatu, Nwajuloke Community, Oyigbo, Bile in Rivers State, and Obuzo in Abia State. At Buguma, Rivers State,
where it's happening again, the third pit we are visiting today, Tantita Special.
Security operatives discovered a storage site where crude oil from a vandalized wellhead was diverted into a man-made reservoir. Similar sites were uncovered at Patini in Delta State, Onosi in Rivers State, and Obuzo in Abia State. On land, vehicles transporting stolen crude oil were intercepted and seized in Ebocha, Elele Alimini, Okuzi in Rivers State, and Abag in Akwa Ibom State. Additionally, wooden boats carrying stolen crude oil were confiscated at Bile, Omuku 5 in Rivers State, and Oza West in Abia State. In total, 46 suspects were arrested during this period. All have been handed over to government security agencies for further investigation. The rage on the fight against crude oil theft is on. For NNPC Limited, there is no backing down in the war until the menace is eradicated for good.
The recent subsidy reform marks a pivotal moment in Nigeria's fiscal and developmental landscape. It's a significant move towards bolstering the country's economic resilience and fostering sustainable development. Mela Kyari, the Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC Limited, articulated this vision in a keynote lecture to participants of the National Defense College Nigeria, Coast 33 in Abuja, on the topic, Subsidy Regime and National Development, the Oil and Gas Sector Perspective. Take a look.
Through the discourse on subsidy regime and national development, the oil and gas sector perspective, Kyari outlined how the reallocation of subsidy funds can transform the nation's economic framework and enhance public welfare. The group CEO, who was represented by the Executive Vice President Downstream, Mr. Dapo Shegun, highlighted how moving towards market-driven pricing is fostering a culture of competition and innovation within the oil and gas sector. He stated that the shift not only promotes efficiency, but also makes the market more attractive to private sector investment.
With the removal of subsidies, the price of petrol will be determined by market forces, demand and supply, reflecting the true cost of production and improving efficiency in the energy markets. Better resource allocation Without subsidies, resources can be allocated more efficiently in areas such as healthcare, infrastructure, and education. Savings for the government, and that's huge.
Kyari emphasized that a well-regulated energy sector can propel Nigeria towards a more diversified and resilient economy. Just as efforts of the reform also seek to boost foreign investment by creating a more attractive environment for international partnerships. Mr. Mele Kyari articulated that an open energy landscape promotes collaboration with global players, fostering an ecosystem ripe for diversified economic growth, as such collaboration is crucial for Nigeria's economic sustainability.
Increased competition among suppliers, and you know when there is competition, the consumer benefits significantly. Open market competition may encourage companies to innovate and compete on price, quality, service, leading to greater efficiencies, private sector participation. Increased private sector investment in the energy market could encourage investment in refineries, distribution networks, and related infrastructure.
As NNPC Limited plays its part in this transformative journey, the principles of responsible governance and sustainable investment will remain at the forefront of the nation's development agenda, promising a brighter future for all Nigerians.
World Sustainability Day is celebrated annually on the last Wednesday of October to raise awareness about sustainability and using resources wisely for the well-being of future generations. NNPC Limited marked the day by hosting an event at its headquarters in Abuja, highlighting its commitment to environmental responsibility, social equity, and economic stability. The gathering saw the company's leadership and staff come together to discuss NNPC's ongoing efforts towards sustainability and cleaner energy initiatives. Here are the details.
In commemorating the World Sustainability Day, NNPC Limited, with the theme Action Not Words, joined the global community to promote a sustainable future. Observed worldwide, this day calls on organizations, communities, and individuals to consider their impact on the planet and adopt practices that support environmental care, social equity, and economic stability. Across industries, it is a platform to raise awareness and inspire innovative solutions toward achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). The importance of the day was highlighted at NNPC's headquarters in Abuja, where top executives and management staff of the company innovatively honored the day. Speaking at the event, the Group Chief Executive Officer, Mele Kyari, led the celebration by emphasizing on the vital role of sustainability in the company's operations and long-term strategy. He implored staff to integrate sustainable practices, positioning the company as a proactive leader in Nigeria's shift toward cleaner energy, thereby delivering value for its stakeholders.
We are the biggest corporate entity in Africa. We are the best performing company in every respect in our space. And we are very focused on this as a company, that everything we are doing will make sure that we are sustainable in terms of environment, impact to people of tomorrow, the years and hundreds of years to come. Our business should never be an issue that would have contributed to making the future difficult for anyone. We as NNPC, I can confirm to you, all of us, and I'm sure we all understand this, that part of our core value is sustainability. That means we sustain our business of today, and so that it can grow into the business of tomorrow, deliver value to its shareholder, including sustaining the environment. And we are committed to many things, cutting down our greenhouse emissions, that we have signed up to the GDP. That means that we are part of the global companies that have signed up to making sure that we take appropriate steps to ensure our business doesn't contribute to a climate effect. And my colleagues, all of us across the company, what is important for us today is that let's get this business sustained.
Also speaking at the event, the company's Chief Corporate Strategy and Sustainability Officer, Hawa Mshelia, highlighted NNPC Limited's commitment to aligning with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) in its business practices, echoing the group CEO Mele Kyari's focus on achieving results.
The definition of sustainability back in, I believe it was 1987, that the United Nations made was meeting the needs, our current needs, without impacting the future generations' ability to meet their own needs. So that again brings back the importance of being responsible in the way we do our business. Whether the world is calling for climate change action or not, we need to demonstrate clearly that NNPC truly is matching our words with actions. So really this event today is to generate and create that awareness across NNPC.
The head of sustainability, Mr. Chinedu Igwe, provided further details on NNPC Limited's specific initiatives to promote environmental responsibility, reduce emissions, and use resources efficiently.
How do we develop that energy, to be able to meet the energy for today and energy for tomorrow? So primarily for us, oil is our game. The second one is how we're going to the low carbon energy transition, just so you mentioned, and it's also in line with our aspiration. And our commitment to, under the COP28, where you say transitioning the way, we are using gas as our transition fuel, and we're also looking at developing new low carbon energy opportunities with the NNPC New Energy Limited.
Adding to the celebration, staff shared what the World Sustainability Day means to them and to the company. Their reflections showed a shared commitment to advancing sustainability within NNPC Limited.
For me, sustainability is life, and I'm very, very proud to be part of this occasion today as NNPC marks this great day along with the whole world. I'm also excited about the huge awareness that's been created. Indeed, not only because we want to leave a better place for the next generation, but for the sustainability of our own business, for the long-term benefit of our own business.
For us, it's a chance for senior leadership to demonstrate their commitment, how NNPC sees sustainability, drives sustainability in its operations.
Today marks our seriousness to transit into a global energy company of choice. You can agree with me that we cannot become the global energy of choice that we want to be if we are not sustainable.
For us, we've decided to make it a little bit loud and bold to make sure that everybody knows that today we're marking that day.
NNPC Limited's World Sustainability Day celebration reflects its commitment to sustainable growth, aligning with both national and global climate goals. The company's dedication to reduce its environmental impact and promote social responsibility stands as a model for Nigeria and beyond, fostering a cleaner, greener future.
Time now to bring you a summary of global energy stories for this week. Oil prices extended gains on Monday, gaining more than $1 after OPEC Plus announced a one-month delay in its plans to increase production. This came as the market braced for a week that includes U.S. presidential election and a significant meeting in China. OPEC Plus said it would extend its output cut of 2.2 million barrels per day for another month in December, with an increase already delayed from October. That's because of falling prices and weak demand. The group is set to gradually unwind the 2.2 million barrels per day cut over the coming months, while another 3.66 million barrels per day of production cuts will stay until the end of 2025. Brent futures rose by $1.39 per barrel to sell at $74.49 a barrel. South Korean refiners have reported sharp losses in the third quarter from oil refining, but they expect their margins to recover in the fourth quarter with peak winter demand. The plummeting refining margins were aggravated by global jitters. South Korea's largest refiner, SK Energy, reported an operating loss of $450.2 million, its largest loss since the fourth quarter of 2022. The financial turmoil partly stems from declining margins between June and August 2022, forcing refiners to cut outputs. The Nigerian government has designated January 28, 2025 as the deadline for operationalizing the $5 billion Africa Energy Bank in Abuja, Nigeria's capital. A Nigerian delegation led by Ambassador Nicholas Agbo-Ella, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Petroleum Resources and Executive Board member representing Nigeria at the African Petroleum Producers Organization, announced the timeline during the 19th Executive Board meeting of the organization in Yaoundé, Cameroon. The African Energy Bank aims to bridge financing gaps within the continent's oil and gas industry. China's refining output is set to fall this quarter on thin margins and weak demand. Refiners are expected to reduce fuel import for the rest of the year and maintain lower run rates in the first quarter of 2025. This comes despite a seasonal demand uptick as profit margins on fuel consumption in road transport remain weak. The lower refining output in China is expected to cap imports by the world's top crude buyer and may tighten domestic fuel supply. The Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference, ADIPEC, is one of the world's largest and most inclusive gatherings for the energy industry, held annually in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. The conference and exhibition brings together influential leaders in the energy industry, creating unrivaled business connections through networking. The 2024 ADIPEC focused on the theme, Unlocking the Future of Energy. NNPC Limited, amongst key government functionaries, were in attendance with contributions on Nigeria's remarkable pace at securing energy sufficiency. Watch out for all the details of NNPC's participation in subsequent editions of Energy and You.
Energy for tomorrow. So come on, let's go.
And that's our show today. Thank you for sharing your time with us. If you missed any parts of the program or previous episodes, you can catch up by scanning the QR code on your screen now. Remember to get all the updates of stakeholder engagement and other activities of NNPC Limited on our social media handles shown on your screen. Once again, thanks for watching. I'm Egusa Igumbo. We'll see you again.